side, trips formation. Larrabee takes the snap. Look, fires here to the near side, looking to turn it upfield, and met immediately as Mason Mercury, and he stopped short of the sticks, and the Bob Whites will turn it over on down.
Yeah, Bob White set up a little screen pass there, but I got sniffed right out, Tate.
So trying to set up a receiver screen play. Bob Whites will turn it over on downs. It's going to be 1st and 10 here for Colchester. They'll spot the ball at their own, call it 47-yard line.
All right, the first look we're going to see from the Bob Whites defense tonight.
Down there at the bottom of the stats, I think
So it looks like the Lakers will have quarterback Sawyer Cyphers in the backfield.
That Cyphers listed at 5'8", 160.
Motion to the backfield, handoff here to the second man through. That's Charlie Guthier. Guthier turns the corner, and he'll have enough or be fairly close to a Laker first down.
So he's forced out by 34, Braden Manning.
Guthier.
I'm sorry. It looks like they're going to mark him a little bit short of the first down, Tate.
So call it 2nd and 1. Guthier heads out. Looks like he may have an equipment issue with his helmet. Two receivers set to the far side of the top of your screen. Cyphers again, shotgun formation, takes it, hands off straight ahead to Brody Coppins. And Coppins is stacked in the line of scrimmage. He didn't need much, Joe. We'll see what they give him for forward progress.
Manning was right in there again for the Bob Whites, along with number 64, Riven Williams.
So Williams and Manning combined to stop him short. No gain on the play, and that's going to set up 3rd and 1 here for Colchester.
Make some noise for your Bob White.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a quarterback call his own number here, Tate.
Cypher's a good running back. Well, he's playing quarterback here this evening. And they'll hand off over on the far side off the motion to Mason Sheltra. Sheltra makes it outside, has the first down and more. Sheltra tiptoes and finally pushed out of bounds at the BFA 32.
And it looks like Manning was involved in that play too, but not before. He slipped a couple tackles, Tate.
So first down for the Lakers. Ball spotted at their, like I said, BFA. We'll wait for it here. Still no spot yet. The officials talking things over. I didn't see a flag, but looks like they're huddled up discussing something, Joe.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I agree. I did not see a flag either. Right, number 34, Braden Manning, has had his number called about 2 out of 3 plays here so far in the early going, Tate.
Sideline officials have not moved the sticks yet. Let's see.
Looks like it's against Colchester.
Illegal formation. So, illegal shift, and that's going to wipe out a big 3rd down. And, Joe, that's actually going to make it 3rd instead of 1, but 3rd and 6.
That's a whole different ball of wax, Tate. Let's see how Colchester reacts to this. Big break for the Bob Whites. But no, I did not see the flag either. Maybe the wind took it and blew it behind the Colchester bench.
Good steady breeze here at the Collins Pearly this evening. All right.
3rd down.
So again, 3rd and call it 6 here for Colchester. Splitting out wide here to the near side is Grayson Session, number 14, and number 8, Hunter Sahagan. Trips formation. They reset the line of scrimmage, and Sawyer calls his own, Cyphers calls his own number, and he rumbles ahead, and he's going to be close to the first down marker.
Boy, it looks like he's got it from here, Tate. Certainly close.
Keeper up the middle.
So quarterback, keeper up the middle, and it is just enough for the first down. So Cyphers needing 6, picks up 6, and they'll reset the downs, the first down. Ball now spotted at the Bob White 44. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter, 0-0 our score. First offensive possession here for the Lakers. Bob White's turned it over in downs on their first possession of the game. There's a snap. Cyphers hands off to the second man through over on that far side. I believe that's Sheltra.
Not much there. Not much there.
Calling a pickup of 1 on the play, setting up a 2nd and 9 for Colchester.
A couple of Bob Whites involved in that one, including number 52, Wyatt Trombley.
Second and 9. Cyphers been in the shotgun formation all evening long. Motion in the backfield. Handoff here to the near side. Looking at the corner. Sheltra.
Nice play.
And no running room there for Sheltra.
Number 34, Braden Manning.
Manning, who, as you noted earlier, Joe, has been all over the field here defensively in this first quarter for BFA.
I can tell you number 21, Josh Anderson, helped set that play up. He really stretched that running back out, giving Manning time to make the play.
Sets up a 3rd and 8, 3:37 remaining here in the first quarter. 4 receivers set. Cyphers with a snap, rolling out to the far side, looking downfield, fires it, has a man open, ball is caught for the first down and more. Hunter Sarragan is going to take it down, ball is loose. Colchester fumbled it, but it looks like they were fortunate to get the ball back.
Yeah, there was just some miscommunication in the Bob White secondary there, Tate. There was nobody even near him.
They got their own speaker.
So a big 3rd down conversion for Colchester. And they're now knocking on the door here. Calling 4 receivers set at the BFA 12.
Yeah, there were no Bob White defenders.
Cyphers with a snap, rolling out to the far side, looking downfield, fires it, has a man open, ball is caught for the first down. So Hannigan splits out wide here to the near side. Cyphers barks out the cadence, pitches it here to the near side, looking to turn the corner is Sheltra, and nothing there really for Sheltra, maybe a couple on the play.
And I know you've heard it before, but it looks like number 34, Braden Manning, another tackle.
Call it 2nd and 8. Ball's right at the 10-yard line.
Big series here for the Bob White State.
So Hannigan splits out wide. Rest of the Lakers still huddled up here. And they may use a timeout here, Joe. They're taking a lot of time in the huddle now, looking to break things out at the line of scrimmage. They're going to take Sheltra and put him up on the wide receiver position on the far side. Now BFA signaling timeout. And Bob White's defensively, and Joe, I think I saw it. Like I said, number 33, Sheltra, has been in the backfield most of the evening, lined up in Twins position on the far side of the field, and it looked like there was nobody covering him. So he was, if it was a passing play, looking to be wide open. So Bob White's, I'm assuming, saw that same thing defensively and called the timeout.
Hey, it's the right thing to do.
With that, let's take a moment to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Swish Splash Clean and Clear, Northwestern Rehab Services, Notch Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, JC Image, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to help sponsor our live coverage, please reach out to Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV. Check out their website for more details, northwestaccess.tv. We'd also like to thank Northwestern Counseling and Support Services and the Afterglow Foundation. The two organizations have been working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you are concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on its confidential emergency services line at 802-524-6554. One call, text, or chat could save a life.
Looks like we're about to see a snap here, Tate.
Cyphers takes it, screen on the far side of the field to Sheltra. Sheltra trying to bounce it outside, takes a heavy shot. That second bobblehead cleaning things up in there, Joe.
Yep. Looks like it's Jonas Wagner in on the tackle there.
So no gain on the play. Sets up a 2nd and 8 here for the Lakers. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 0-0 our score. If you're just tuning in. Again, Bob White's home opener at the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans.
On the Colchester offense, a legal formation.
Wow.
Be a 5-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage.
So we missed it again, man. Joe, we're not good with our eyes.
I am not seeing. I can read the uniform numbers, but I'm having a hard time picking up the flags apparently.
So 5-yard penalty against Colchester sets up a 2nd and call it 16. Motion in the backfield. Cyphers takes the snap, rolls here to the near side, looking heavy pressure, and Cyphers, maybe a face mask, fires it. It has Celta open, ball is incomplete. Davion Jones breaking up, but I saw a flag, Joe, in the backfield as they were tackling Cyphers.
It's going to be a face. It's a hold. Because like you said, Tate, that's either a face mask or a hold. Because Cyphers almost went down back there.
So one of the offensive linemen trying to buy Cyphers a little more time. And the Lakers, who look to have a promising opportunity knocking on the door, now having the yellow penalty flags add up.
Yeah, it looks like, well, the price of that purchase was 10 yards, Tate.
Well, the one benefit here for the Lakers is they'll redo 2nd down, but now you're looking at a 2nd and 25. Motion in the backfield. Sheltra takes the handoff around the end, turning the corner, has some speed, and he's going to be held out of bounds by a couple of Bob Whites, and Lakers looking for a late hit out of bounds on that.
I don't think they're going to see it, Tate.
Joe, I now see a penalty flag resting at the 19, and we'll see if the Lakers advocacy results in the flag they were looking for. That would be a difficult. I wonder if they're calling a penalty against the Laker team for chirping on the sidelines. I just saw the official point.
Hard to say. I mean, there was a scrum going to the sideline on that last play, Tate. You know, it's kind of hard to stop motion the second you get out of bounds.
Well, it looks like it's going to be against BFA because I see them speaking with the captain. It looks like number 59, Colton Shanagan from the Lakers. But my guess is it's going to be a personal foul, yeah. Late hit out of bounds.
It's going to be on 23.
So the Lakers entered a gift here. They were looking at a potential 3rd and a country mile.
I believe that's a automatic first down, Tate.
No, it's not automatic.
A personal foul?
No. I don't believe so. We'll find out. It's a good test. In the NFL, yes. I don't believe so here. So we're going to look at 2nd and call it 8 now with the ball at 11-yard line.
Okay.
All right. Well, a lot of penalty flags these last 4 snaps, I would say. Cyphers, shotgun, takes it, rolls here to the near side. Screen over on the far side, looking to turn upfield is Coppins. He's got nowhere to go. Defended well there by BFA.
Yeah, you know, Coppins had a defender coming down on him, and you got got some jitters, but he wasn't going anywhere anyway.
1:06 remaining. Clock, not sure. The clock has stopped.
Or an incomplete pass.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. There you go.
Bobblehead fans, it's 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 9. 2 receivers set here to the near side. Motion in the backfield. Cyphers calls his own number, rolling, fires it, and high and incomplete. Pass intended for number 20, Charlie Guthier.
So Bob White's caught a break there, Tape. Guthier had a little bit of room to run. Ball was overthrown just a little bit. See what Colchester's going to do here.
Call it 4th and about 9. Two receivers set here to the near side. Trips formation here to the near side.
Last time we saw this, it was a keeper.
Cyphers has the ball, looking once again, pump fakes, lowers his shoulder, and has a lead and dives short of the end zone, but he should have enough for a Laker first down. So Joe, good call. They've been successful with Cyphers running the football.
Yeah, they like that trips to the right formation early on here.
Will be first down and goal to go.
So officials signal first down for Colchester, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the Lakers.
We'll see if the Bob Whites can hold up, Tate.
Tight formation here. Cyphers snaps, handoff here to Sheltra, and Sheltra met in the backfield for no gain. Maybe a loss on the play.
Yep. So far, so good for the Bob Whites.
Down by number 21, Josh Anderson, and number 22, Jonas Wagner.
Wagner in on the tackle for the Bob Whites.
Brings up 2nd and goal to go.
2nd and goal at the 3. There's about 12 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Colchester can run out the clock if they wish to take the free timeout at the end of the quarter. Down to 3 seconds, 2, and the horn sounds, and that will do it. I don't know why. Hey, why the officials didn't pull the play dead? I mean,
I think they,
now they did. That's kind of a when the officials find the horn actually never went. To be fair to the officials, but that will end the quarter.
Yeah, and the Bob Whites caught a little preview there on what Colchester was thinking about.
With that, we'll take a quick timeout ourselves. Again, you're watching BFA Bob White football on Northwest Access TV.
Remain deadlock, 0-0.
Yeah, the Bob Whites keep it knotted up through a quarter.
Welcome back, everyone, here to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. Tate Brooks, Joe Ludo on hand. Joe, your thoughts and observations on the first quarter?
Hey, a lot more balanced Bob White approach than we saw last week. Middlebury's knocking on the door here in the 2nd and goal, but the Bob White's defense has really hung in there, Tate.
So here we go, 2nd and goal here for the Lakers.
I tell you, Braden Manning, I think he had 8 tackles or so in that first quarter.
Shotgun formation here for Cyphers. Takes the snap, rolls here to the near side. Still has the football, dives ahead. I think he's short, Joe. Picked up a couple on the play, but short of the goal line. Lakers looking at a 3rd and goal at the BFA 1.
Yep, Need went down a little early.
Gain of a couple. Brings up 3rd down and goal to go.
But we're going to have a 3rd and inches situation.
White fans, it's 3rd down.
Might be 3rd in the yard, Tate.
They're going to take Sawyer Cyphers for the first time tonight and put him up under center. There's a flag that flies. And illegal legal procedure against, or legal motion, whichever way you want to call it. Either way, it's against Colchester.
Could be a marching back 5 yard state. Big break for BFA.
So Bob White gives the Bob White's defense a little more breathing room to their backs here. Again, first time we've seen Cyphers up under center here this evening. Not what Colchester head coach Perry was looking to dial up.
Those motion penalties are just the killers.
Section, make some noise for your Bob White defense.
So here we go. 3rd and goal at about the 6. Lakers back to the typical shotgun. Blitz is on! Oh! And down goes Cyphers!
Was that Manning?
Yes.
Number 34, Braden Manning.
So Manning continues to impress. We mentioned his name, Joe, repeatedly defensively in the first quarter, and a big sack by Manning, and that may be enough to knock him out of field goal range. Well, 4th and goal from the 15.
Well, I don't know who he slipped through there, Tate, but he pretty much came in there completely unimpeded.
Not a lot of good plays in the playbooks here for Coach Perry as the Lakers look over to the Colchester sideline. With that, the Lakers will call a timeout. Joe, big sack there by Manning.
Big sack. And about all Cyphers could do is hold on to the ball there, Tate.
Good point. Let's take a moment to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Swish Splash Clean and Clear, Northwestern Rehab Services, Notch Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, JC Image, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to help our sponsor our live coverage, please reach out to Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV. Check out their website for more details at northwestaccess.tv.
And I'll tell you, Tate, the other thing to keep in mind is that Manning is a sophomore.
Noted that in our limited pregame show that a number of sophomores on this Bob White squad. The sophomores, I should note, back when they were 8th graders, made it all the way to the Northern Vermont Youth Football League Championship, losing as 8th graders to the Chittenden South Buccaneers. So they will attempt a field goal. They'll bring out Parker Eichmann. And this will be about, call it a 34-yard attempt. There's a snap. The 34-yard attempt is just up and no good. Just short. Looked straight as an arrow, but it was probably short by a yard or two, not by much.
No, it was really a decent attempt, but the bottom line is that Bob White's hold. Bob White's hold and get possession back.
Something the Bob Whites were unable to do, frankly, last week against Middlebury on the road. But again, the Middlebury Tigers likely one of the title contenders for Division I football this season.
And hey, that series for the Bob Whites, you had Manning, and frankly, you had a lot of Colchester on-force errors.
So here we go, second offensive possession of the game for the Bob Whites, looking at a 1st and 10 with the missed field goal, ball spotted at the Bob White. Gunnar Perrin splits out wide here to the near side. And looks like they check in at quarterback Sheltra. And Sheltra takes a direct snap, and Sheltra dives ahead to about the 2. So Lakers moving things around at the quarterback position here as they knock on the door. And again, Sheltra, one of the more effective runners this evening for the Lakers, took the direct snap.
And frankly, Tate, you kind of see that one coming.
Second and goal at the BFA, call it 4. Now they're going to take Sheltra and put him up under center. Direct snap to him, and call the quarterback keeper sneak, and he is in for a Laker touchdown.
And that'll be the first score tonight, Tate.
So Mason Sheltra on the quarterback sneak takes it 3 yards out for our first score of the evening, and the Lakers take a 6-0 lead.
Based on that reasonable-looking field goal attempt by Colchester a couple of minutes ago, I'd expect them to line up for an extra point here.
You are spot on, Mr. Luno. Parker Eidishman with the PAT. His kick is up. It's long enough, and it is good. With 6:17 remaining here in the first half, our score, Colchester 7, BFA 0. You're watching BFA Bob White Football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone, here to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. Tate Brooks, Joe Luno on hand. Joe, Colchester at great field position, and they utilized it to their advantage.
They did. You know, Manny was out for a couple plays. I think they ran right where he would have been. Picked up about 26 yards and 2 runs, and there you have it.
Bob White kick return back out on the field. Back deep. Number 23, Davion Jones.
Jones gets in the open field, Tate. He does have some explosive speed.
And Jones will look to field it at around the 7-yard line. Jones in the near side lowers his shoulder and drives ahead to the BFA 21-yard line.
Looked like a little extracurricular activity after the tackle there.
So here we go. Third offensive series for the Bob Whites tonight. First drive ended on turning it over on downs in Colchester territory. Bob Whites had picked up a few first downs. Second go-around took over possession deep in their territory, not able to convert after a sack, and had to punt away. And third series, well, that's yet to be written. Larrabee counters the far side, handoff, and pickup of 3, maybe 4 on the carry. I believe that's number 20, Porter Sweeney.
Hey, that's just fine, Tate. You know, you
call it 5. I'm sorry. Yeah, you'll take 5 yards on first down.
It does.
Every time.
All day long. You got to get positive yardage on first down.
.45 remaining here in the second quarter. Bob White's trying to put something up on the scoreboard here. Shotgun formation for Larrabee. There's a snap. There's a flag. Deflected and incomplete. This one may be against BFA. I wonder if they weren't set at the line of scrimmage.
That's what it looks like, Tate.
Illegal procedure, illegal motion against BFA. A lot of flags here in the first half, but not uncommon in the second game of the season.
Now that looks like that's going to more or less offset that BFA run to open the series, Tate.
That will make it 2nd and 11. Jones splits out wide here to the near side. Larrabee hands off here to the near side, more on the shoulder. Picking up 6, maybe 7 on the carry. I believe that's 22, Jonas Wagner.
That is Wagner. It's a decent looking run, Tate.
Wagner's first carry of the evening. So it's going to make it a manageable 3rd down after Wagner's run. Call it 3rd and 4. We'll see what offensive coordinator / head coach Chris Sabrin dials up here.
Got Jones split far to the right.
Larrabee takes it. Counter handoff again, straight ahead, and the Bob White offensive line pushing ahead for that 1st down. Great job offensively for that BFA offensive line.
Absolutely, offensive line on that play.
That was Sweeney on the carry, I do believe.
But I can tell you, we didn't see the BFA line move like that once even last week. So they're positive things. The BFA does have an opportunity to eat a bunch of clock here, finish up the half, and punch one in.
Jones splits out wide here to the near side. Larrabee looks to his left, looking for a man in motion. There's a snap. Quarterback keeper, and that's going nowhere. Confusion even before the snap of the football, Joe, as he was looking for his slot man to head in motion and had to yell to him to go, and that was downhill from there.
Okay, Colchester caught a break there. Larrabee got tackled pretty high on that.
So I'll call that a loss of 5, and it's going to be 2nd and 15 here for BFA. So that was a planned quarterback keeper that just never even got started. Snap. Handoff this time on the far side to Sweeney, and Sweeney nowhere to run. Maybe picks up a yard on the carry, and now the Bobwhite's looking at a 3rd and call it 14.
One on the play brings up 3rd down and 13.
We'll see what they're thinking of here, Tate.
Going into a slight breeze, I would say, here at the Collins Pearly.
Yep.
And BFA is going to utilize one of their timeouts to talk this over with 3:21 remaining in the first half.
Second charge timeout of the half.
That will give us another opportunity to take a few moments to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Splish Splash Clean and Clear, Northwestern Rehab Services, Notch Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, JC Image, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to help sponsor our live coverage, please reach out to Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV. Check out their website for more details, northwestaccess.tv. We'd also like to thank Northwestern Counseling and Support Services and the Afterglow Foundation. The two organizations have been working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you are concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on its confidential emergency services line at 802-524-6554. Then press 1, or you can always call, text 988. One call, text, or chat could save a life.
All right, back into action here, Tate. See what the Bobwhites are going to do on a 3rd and long.
Back to pass is Larrabee. Larrabee pump fakes, looks downfield. There's a flag that flies in the backfield, and he's sacked. Back to the line of scrimmage. It's probably a holding call against BFA, which the official signals that Colchester, I assume, will decline to force a punt.
Yep, there was a Levy had a nice fake there, shedded some defenders, and I just wasn't anything going on. So I would look at that as a sack by the secondary of Colchester, Tate.
Not surprisingly, Colchester declines the penalty and will force BFA to punt away on this 4th and 13. 3:12 remaining here in the first half. So Lakers trying to get one more score here before heading into the halftime. Davion Jones to punt away here for a BFA. Jones looking to the official here as they wind down the clock. Jones trying to use as much of the clock as possible. There's a low snap, fields it though, kick is away, high end over end kick, and it's fielded, and taking it here to the near side, looks to be number 5, is that Jackson Odell?
Yeah,
and Odell with, call it about a 7-yard return on the punt, and we got a player for BFA a little slow getting up.
Looks like Manning, Tate.
So number
34, sir.
Correct. Brendan Manning still down, so they'll give him some time. Again, Manning is at a stellar first half.
Absolutely.
BFA just being an absolute ball hawk defensively.
And he's up and coming off to the sideline under his own steam, Tate.
Hopefully for the Bob White's sake, he can recover quickly, as we saw the Bob White defense without his services for a couple of plays on that last series, and
it was not a good sample size.
Again, Manning only a sophomore here. A lot of sophomores seeing lots of playing time for BFA early this season. So Lakers looking at a 1st and 10, ball spotted at the Bob White 45-yard line, 2:36 remaining here in the second quarter. Motion in the backfield. Here's a snap, looking to call his own number 33. Sheltra on the carry.
Taken down by number 52, Wyatt Trombley, after a minimal gain.
Brings up 2nd down, 9 to go.
Nice start in the series for the Bob White's D-Tate.
Again, Manning still on the sideline, bringing down some water.
Not sure what the timeout situation is here to end the half.
There's a snap. Sheltra calls his own number, looking downfield. Fires it, has a man, and it is completed for the first down. Nice, beautiful catch by number 8, Hunter Sahanigan, his 2nd reception of the evening.
And he was just blanketed by number 21, Josh Anderson. Wasn't much more Anderson could have done there. It's a really well-executed play.
I was going to say, it was a nice job by Anderson. Anderson came right over the top as well with his arm to try to strip that ball free, but credit the senior Sanigan with the reception and holding on. 1st and 10 here for the Lakers. Ball at the 30-yard line. Motion in the backfield. Sheltra hands off over on that far side, and that's Guthier, and Guthier has a lane, and he'll have a first down for the Lakers.
I'll tell you, the Bob Whites moving forward in this game, Colchester bounces out to the right, and they're having some real challenges containing.
First down once again here, and it looks like Sheltra is playing quarterback, at least on this series, as he looks to the sideline. He's been up under center since scoring on that quarterback sneak on their last offensive possession.
Time starting to become a factor.
1:07 remaining, clock is running. Motion in the backfield. Sheltra airs it out and hits his man, and cutting inside with a stiff arm, number 20 on the reception, Charlie Guthier. Guthier picks up 7, maybe 8, and we're going to have a timeout, Joe, by Colchester.
I could tell you Colchester caught a break there as number 25, Coppins, hit the Bob White defender right in front of an official, too.
So we got a timeout here on the field. Again, Lakers with a 7-0 lead, 48 seconds remaining here in the first half. Joe, obviously the Bob Whites want to hold the Lakers out of the end zone, but so far a night and day comparison from tonight compared to last week in Middlebury.
This is a breath of fresh air relative to what we saw last week. The Bob Whites were facing a 55-0 deficit at the half.
Again, the Tigers expected to be one of the contenders this year in Division One, and again it showed last week. Lakers, a very strong Division II team. Again, they made it all the way to the finals last year, losing, I believe, in a one-score game against North Country, and that was North Country's first state championship in football in, I believe, over 20 years.
Well, hey, good for Orleans County.
They could use some good news.
They could.
Back to pass, and intercepted by BFA. Indeed it is. Joe, I'll rely on your eyes here on that far side.
It's a big break. It looks like it's 23, Davion Jones. No, 21.
Josh Anderson on the interception. Joe, we talked about it a couple of plays ago. Anderson was in on the tackle after Colchester made the reception, but he was in good position. This time you could say he was even in better position.
Hey, that's big for BFA. You know, we got 40 seconds here. I assume Coach Saban is going to be pretty conservative and just be happy with 7-0 at the half. BFA will be kicking off to start the second.
Yeah, I would expect to see BFA handing off the ball or taking a knee. Looks like I think we've got a timeout on the field. Didn't see who took it, but maybe BFA wanted to use a timeout, settle things down, get everybody on the same page here. Again, ball on your own 5-yard line. You don't want any miscues from your offense.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, that takeaway was night and day from last week. Late in the first half, in week one, the Bob Whites forced a fumble, which unfortunately was recovered by a Middlebury lineman and returned about 70 yards the other way.
Sounds like something the old Chicago Bears would do. There's a snap handoff straight ahead for BFA. Looks like number 22, Jonas Wagner, on the carry. Called about a 5-yard pickup, but most importantly, BFA just wants Wagner and the other ball carriers to hold on to the football, and that probably, Joe, will be the last play of the first half.
I wouldn't be surprised, Tate.
Down to 14 seconds remaining. Joe, your observations on the first half thus far?
Hey, it's a lot. You know, we had a few penalties on both sides and nothing too crazy. But all in all, the Bob Whites looked a lot more coherent tonight. You know, the one Colchester score was really just set up by a couple of runs and a sack. The Bob Whites took, you know. So, I mean, Bob Whites are right in this thing going into the second half.
All right. Well, that will do it for the first half. We'll take a timeout here and see you at the start of the third quarter. Our score at the half, it's the Colchester Lakers 7 and the BFA Bob Whites 0. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in about 10 minutes.
third in the yard, Kate.
They're going to take Sawyer Cyphers for the first time tonight and put him up under third and goal at about the 6. Lakers back to the typical shotgun. Blitz is on! Oh! And down goes Cyphers! Eichmann. And this will be about, call it a 34-yard attempt. There's a snap. The 34-yard attempt is just up in.
Explosive speed.
And Jones will look to field it at around the 7-yard line. Jones in the near side lowers his shoulder and drives ahead. Larrabee takes it. Counter handoff again, straight ahead. And the Bob White offensive line pushing ahead for that first down. There's a snap. Sheltra calls his own number, looking downfield. Fires it, has a man, and it is completed for Lakers. Ball at the 30-yard line. Motion in the backfield. Sheltra hands off over on that far side, and that's Guthier. And Guthier has a lane, and he'll have a first down for the Lakers. Motion in the backfield. Sheltra airs it out and hits his man, and cutting inside with a stiff.
Good for Orleans County.
They could use some good news.
They could.
Back to pass, and intercepted by Ready when you are.
Correction. Tonight's
Welcome back to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. Tate Brooks, Joe Luno on hand as we look to begin the third quarter of play. Joe, any thoughts as we start the second half?
Hey, a lot more balance than last week, Tate. I think the defensive side of the ball, really anchored so far by Braden Manning, looked pretty strong. We need to see a little more continuity from the offense, string a couple first downs together here. And, Bob White's is certainly in a position where they have opportunity to win this thing.
Got a few out-of-town scores from around the state of Vermont, including New York. It's the Woodstock Wasps playing against Peru in a matchup between New York and Vermont. It's the Peru Nighthawks with a 27-21 lead in the third quarter. Circling back here to the Green Mountains, it's Rutland 14 and Brattleboro 0. We were talking a little bit about Middlebury. Of course, that's who the Bob Whites played last week. Well, hey, there's no surprise here. They're leading Mount Anthony 21-7 in the second quarter. See what else I can track down here for folks. CVU is leading 33-0. And we got St. Johnsbury over Burlington, South Burlington, 17-0. And I should know CVU's beating Essex 23-0.
I believe Essex picked up a win in week 1, Tate.
Indeed, over St. Johnsbury, a big victory.
But Woodstock is playing Peru, New York seems strange. I mean, Woodstock is not close to the New York line.
No, that's a great point, Joe. I mean, if they were playing a team out of New Hampshire, you would say absolutely understandable. But that's and there's no real good direct route between Woodstock and Peru.
No, if they're like Woodstock, Hanover, or Woodstock, Keene, or something.
Let's see. I mean, if without looking it up on Google Maps or something, you would probably take Woodstock like over to Route 4 through Rutland, over to Fairhaven, over into New York, and then up the 87 Northway to Peru.
I don't know who's on the road for that one, but that sounds like a cruddy ride home.
Got to be 2.5 hours, I think, right, baby? I don't know. I'll have to take a look tonight and see if I can figure that out. Back on the field here, though, at the Collins Pearly, which is a much easier drive for Joe and I. BFA will be kicking off to start the second half. Colchester won the coin toss. They deferred and kicked off in the second half.
Oh, yes. All right. So kicking off will be Duffy Smith.
Number 84, Duffy Smith, with a end-over-end kick. Ball is loose, but picked up nicely by Sheltra, and Sheltra bobbing and weaving his way down to his own 44-yard line. Good job, concentration, Joe, by Sheltra, who lost the handle on that ball at first.
Yeah, it was eventually taken down by Keegan Fortier, but not much of a net kick there for the Bob Whites.
Again, we're talking a lot about sophomores tonight. Again, Duffy Smith, only a sophomore for BFA, kicking that ball away.
Yep, had an opportunity to see Duffy play in the parts of the JV game earlier this week. Had some big plays on both sides of the ball for the JV Bob White football squad.
So we'll see who Colchester rolls out under center here to start the second half. Minimal gain. Must have been under center here. Joe might rely on your eyes.
Yeah, they're going to call it a keeper, but there was just there was a scrum there, Tate. You couldn't really see who was involved in the play. Looks like Colchester's going to be credited with 3 yards in that first down run.
Looks like shotgun formation now for Sawyer Cypress. Now Cypress hands off to Sheltra around the end this time, and Sheltra makes one defender miss, but not the second.
Looks like number 23, Jones, in conjunction with number 66, Cole Phillips. And, you know, they're running that right sweep take. Bob White's had a lot of challenges there in the first half with that. And it was a better response than we've seen on some earlier attempts by Colchester.
Good point. Colchester ran that with much success in the first half, typically for more than 10 yards per pop.
Yeah, that was really, if you look at where the Bob Whites, outside of one broken passing play, that's where the Bob Whites were giving yards up in the first half.
Cypher, shotgun formation, 3rd and 3, calls his own number. Bob White defense swarms him up right around that first down marker. They're going to mark him short so far. Looking at a 4th and 1.
Yeah, looks like Phillips held him up and McNulty, number 88, cleaned him off.
Well, my guess is Coach Perry will go for it here for the Lakers. 4th and call it 1, kind of a long one at the BFA 47-yard line. Wind starts to pick up. Colchester going into the wind here in the 3rd quarter.
Let's see if they show that trip right formation. Nope.
Tight formation, motion in the backfield, and calling his own number. Cypher, and Manning is right out of the shotgun.
Right there.
Manning blitzing in, again like he was shot out of a shotgun. Meets Cypher in the backfield, and the Bob White defense, i.e. Brandon Manning, shutting down Colchester.
Yeah, that was a big play, Tate. Big play. Bob Whites are going to take possession on, looks like about their own 49.
So best field position for BFA since the first quarter, when on their opening drive, they did drive into the Colchester Laker territory. So here we go, see if the Bob Whites can get things going. Quarterback Gordon Larrabee, shotgun, takes the snap, hands off on the far side to Jonas Wagner. Wagner pushing the pile, and Wagner picking up 4, maybe 5 yards.
I'll tell you that Bob White's line has been holding their own here the last couple of series, Tate.
Call a pickup of 5 for Wagner. Nose of the football at the Colchester 46-yard line.
I'll tell you, what's good for the goose, good for the gander. BFA's had some success in that regard. I just keep doing it until Colchester told me I couldn't.
Josh Anderson splits out wide here to the near side. Indeed, handoff straight ahead to Porter Sweeney, and Sweeney driving, and he'll have close to a first down. So again, second effort here by the Bob White running backs. They look down the line of scrimmage, and they're going to say Sweeney as well. They're going to bring in the chains.
They got the chains for a reason, Tate. That Bob White's well into Colchester territory.
Nose of the football at the Colchester 41. Either going to be 3rd and short or 1st and 10 here for BFA. Bob White's going to have to move their huddle back here as the chain crew makes its way toward the middle of the field.
Either way, very, very positive start for the Bob Whites in the second half, Tate.
All right, extend the chains here, and it is, I would say, a first down by an inch, 2 inches. Either way, first down BFA.
All right.
So the crowd's starting to get into it here at the Collins Pearly. BFA is certainly going to do something with the wind to their backs here in the 3rd quarter.
The BFA passing game has not really appeared here so much so far this year. I believe we have one completion to McNulty tonight. There were a couple of short ones in week 1.
Larrabee takes the snap, hands off on that far side to Jonas Wagner. Wagner lowers his shoulder, drives ahead, and he's going to be good for 4 to 5 yards.
I'll tell you, Tate, it looks like BFA is just wearing down this Colchester line. You know, the way things have started out here, it appears they can just run those 4 or 5 yard plays.
Well, we're certainly accustomed to seeing BFA football grinding things out on the ground here, and thus far that seems to be the approach of the second half. Bob White's facing a 2nd and 6 at the Laker 36. Jones splits out wide here to the near side. Larrabee, long count, takes the snap, hands off over on that far side. That's Wagner trying to turn the corner. They wrap him up. Maybe a pickup of 1 to 2 on that far side. Play developed a little more slowly than I think BFA would have liked.
It did. Nice block there by 52 Trombley, though, in the backfield. If not for that, that play would have been a 4 or 5 yard loser for BFA.
Sets up a 3rd and call it 5 at the Laker 35. Down to 7:37 remaining here in the third quarter. If you're just tuning in, Lakers with a 7-0 lead. Bob White's going from right to left here on your screen in their traditional home green and gold uniforms. Timeout taken by BFA. Didn't like something, coaching staff didn't like something they saw on the field.
I strongly suspect somebody was not where they belonged in the formation there, Tate.
Well, with that being said, let's take a moment to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Splish Splash Clean and Clear, Northwestern Rehab Services, Notch Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, JC Image, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to help sponsor our live coverage, please reach out to Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV. Check out their website for more details. That's northwestaccess.tv. It looks like, I think that's Coach Sabern in the huddle talking things up with his offense. Time for some contacts update. I actually got some ordered today, Joe, so they may be in here in a week or so.
Well, that's good news, Tate.
Hopefully for the next home game. Shotgun formation, there's a snap, handoff over on the far side of the field to Jonas Jones. And Jones going to be close to the first down.
Davion Jones, a little spin move there.
Jones a little slow getting up. Certainly with a spin move like that, you really kind of expose your body. So it took a little extra hit. And it is enough, though, for the BFA first down. So good to see Jones pop back up. A little bit of a limp here on the near sideline, but hopefully he's able to walk things off. But indeed, first down here for BFA at the Colchester 30-yard line.
BFA just running it right down the middle here, Tate. 2 consecutive first downs.
Hand off again to Wagner. Wagner on that far side, and once again, Wagner good for 4, maybe 5 yards. Joe, again, giving your fullback, getting 4 or 5 yards on first down, that's great. You'll take that every single snap.
All day long, and Wagner got hit maybe a yard off the line of scrimmage and just dragged it another 3-4 yards, Tate.
Again, BFA playing power football here. Colchester not able to shut them down so far in the second half on the ground here between the tackles. Hand off here again to the near side. Met in the backfield this time, though, and this time Wagner nowhere to run. Excuse me, that was Sweeney. I apologize, I think.
Taken down by 25, Brody Coppins.
Penetration in the backfield there.
Yep, there wasn't much you could do with that one. Nice play by Coppins.
Sets up a 3rd and 7. Nose of the football at the Colchester 33-yard line. Bob Whites have already eaten up almost half of the third quarter here.
I would think, based on what we've seen, we're in 2-down territory here.
Long count. Quick pitch here to the near side to Wagner. Wagner turns the corner, and he picks up a couple. That's not enough for the first down, and decision time here for BFA. Chris Sabern talking to his quarterback about that pitch. So 4th and call it 6. Again, almost more of a swirling breeze at this point here at the Collins Pearly. You know, at one point BFA had the win, but it seems to be kind of swirling more than moving in one direction.
I would agree with that. I'd call it a light to moderate wind. But it certainly does not seem to be in a definitive direction.
BFA and head coach Chris Saber want to talk this next crucial fourth down play over. With that, we'd also like to thank Northwestern Counseling and Support Services and the Afterglow Foundation. The two organizations have been working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you are concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on its confidential emergency services line at 802-524-6554. Then press 1, or you can always call and text 988. One call, text, or chat could save a life. So Bob Waits did convert one of two fourth downs in the first half. The first fourth down opportunity in the second half.
Yeah, I would be shocked if they didn't run a play here, Tate.
Yeah, I would say they're out of field goal range at this point. This would be approximately about a 40-yard field goal, 38, 40-yarder. Indeed, we're going to keep the offense out on the field here. And here we go, 4th and 6. Shotgun formation. Larrabee takes the low snap, bobbles it, picks it up, under pressure, fires it high, deep downfield, has a man, and it's incomplete. In and out of the hands for Devion Jones. Jones had to turn around and kind of reposition himself. Of course, he was looking over his inside shoulder, but had to kind of turn around as the ball kind of floated on him towards the outside. Able to get a hand on it, but that would have been a spectacular catch.
It would have been. He almost came up with it.
So, should also credit quarterback Gordon Larrabee for kind of settling things down there, because after that snap in the bobble, looked like things were going to be a real big challenge.
Absolutely, absolutely. That snap was not fielded cleanly, but he did recover well, as you indicated, Ted.
So, for the second time this evening, Bob Waits turned the ball over on downs in Colchester territory. Laker offense once again takes the field. Motion in the backfield. Sheltra trying to bounce it outside, and he does. And Sheltra turns the corner, and he's going to pick up 7 to 8 on the play. Looked like a false start on the play.
That was a really bad false start. I don't see any flags on the ground, Tate. I mean, that looked like CFL motion.
Hey, speaking of the CFL, how about the season the Montreal Alouettes are having?
Hey, it's been a long time for the Alouette. And their mascot, Touche.
Yeah, got to make it up to a game at Molson Percival Stadium. In fact, they're playing tonight at home. There's a flag. I think the Alouettes are playing the BC Lions at Molson Percival this evening.
Yes, I have attended a few matches there with you.
Of course, the Alouettes, the defending Grey Cup champions. Joe, we went to many games during their, let's say, more challenging seasons.
Yes, I recall going to a Eastern final at Olympic Stadium against the Argos.
Toronto, there you go.
And the subsequent games have been under not as good circumstances.
That's a pleasant way to put it. But back here south of the border in St. Albans, we're looking at a 2nd and 7 for the Lakers. There's a handoff to Sheltra, who has lots of running room. And Sheltra picks up the first down. And again, Bob Waits having a hard time on the outside sweep this evening. It's not on the right side here this quarter, but on the left side, they've certainly had some success with Sheltra.
If you look at the fullback and halfback from Colchester, they get some really funky leg kick motion going on the snap here. I'm not sure what it is we're seeing.
Going to set up a 1st and 10. Motion in the backfield. There's a snap. Calling his own number, Cypher. Cypher is still with the football on the quarterback keeper, and he has 7, maybe 8 yards on play.
Yeah. Taken down from behind by number 80, Mason Mercury.
3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
Critical series for the Bob Whites. Really need a hold here, Tate.
I would call a stop. Let's go 2nd and 3. There's a snap. Hands off on the far side. Stood up, still looking to break free. And he'll have the first down. Looks to be number 17.
I believe you are. I believe you are correct, Tate.
Michael
Tomlinson.
I believe his first carry of the evening.
Yeah, I do not recall his number coming up yet.
That's a good one, and Colchester now down to the BFA 39. Motion in the backfield, Sheltra takes it again around the end. Stutter steps still on his feet, and Sheltra driving ahead, and he picks up 8 more yards. And again, obviously the Laker coaching staff has found something with Sheltra moving around the end here.
Yeah, and interestingly, that play was run over on the left-hand side. We haven't seen Colchester with as much success this evening.
There's a snap, motion in the backfield, calling his own number, Cyphers, and moving ahead, and he'll have the first down, so it appears. Only needed a couple on the play, probably picked up 4, maybe 5 on the quarterback keeper.
All right, brings it to about the Bob White's 25 or so.
Clock continues to roll, minute 17 remaining here in the third quarter. 7-0 Colchester. Trying to double their lead. Bob White's looking for another stop in their own territory, able to do so at the end of the first half on an interception. There's a snap. Cyphers hands off over the nearest far side to Thomason, and Thomason picks up maybe 4, his second carry of the evening.
Wrapped up by number 70, Tate Archambault.
Brought down by number 70, Tate Archambault. Short game on the play, brings up 2nd down, 7 to go.
Second and 8, 14 seconds remaining, probably last play of the third quarter. There's a snap, back to pass, so under heavy pressure, Cyphers, he steps up in the pocket, fires it downfield, has him in, incomplete, in and out of the hands of Jackson Odell.
Boy, that was a huge break for the Bob White State.
Odell hearing footsteps there, not able to bring that one in. With the incompletion, they will get one more playoff with 2 seconds showing on the scoreboard, looking at a 3rd and 8.
Boy, hopefully BFA can capitalize on that opportunity they were just given.
So here you go. What should be the last play of the third quarter. 2 receivers set to each side of the ball. Back to pass. Cypher looking to air it out deep, firing it deep downfield. It's a jump ball, and it is incomplete. In and out of the hands of number 14, Grayson Session. With that, that will end the third quarter. And our score, BFA 7, Colchester 0. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching BFA Bob White football. Access TV. Welcome back, everyone, to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. Tate Brooks, Joe Ludo on hand as we look to begin the fourth quarter of play. Joe, Bob White's looking at a big fourth down defensively here to start the quarter.
Absolutely. Colchester had a drop pass on second down. It's a big opportunity for the Bob Whites, and they really need to get the ball back, see what they can do on the offense, Tate.
So here we go. Coming into the quarter, we've got motion into the backfield. Big snap, play action, under heavy pressure is
Number 20.
Sack on the play for BFA.
Porter Sweeney.
Porter Sweeney with a big sack.
Sorry to interrupt your call, Tate. That was just an exciting play.
Hey, man, I'll take it. If you got to interrupt me for a sack, BFA will take it. And they'll take the ball on the turnover on downs with 1:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. And the Bob Whites now have an opportunity to try to knock things at 7.
You know, and with that sack, they actually get reasonable field position. They can take it about their own 30.
All right. Let's see what the Bob Whites dial up here offensively. Looking at a 1st and 10 at their own 30. Larrabee. Shotgun formation. There's a snap. Hands off here to the near side to Wagner. Wagner lowers his shoulder and dives ahead. He'll pick up 4. Again, Bob White's this entire second half, Joe, picking up 4 or 5 yards on first down.
Hey, it's just fine, but you need to keep in mind they need to play error-free ball. And the offense, although functional, is not dynamic.
It's not dynamic yet. Can't afford any penalties or self-inflicted wounds.
But they're perfectly capable, based on what we saw in the third quarter, of marching this thing down the field.
Anderson split out to the far side. There's a snap, handoff here again to the near side. And this time Wagner's met in the backfield and going to lose a couple on the play. And this is where things do become a little more problematic for the BFA offense. Now looking at a 3rd and about 7.
Yeah, they're just a pile of Colchester defenders to meet Wagner there, Tate.
So here we go. Likely passing down here for Gordon Larrabee and the Bob White offense, but we'll see what they dial up. Looks like it's going to be a 2 receivers set to the top of your screen. That's Anderson and Sweeney. Got motion in the backfield and play action pass. Larrabee fires over the middle and incomplete. Was looking downfield for number 21, Josh Anderson, but I think Anderson lost some footing and slipped before the pass arrived.
That's exactly what appeared to happen, Tate.
So Bob White's with a big sack and stop. We'll see if they punt away here. Ball on their own 34-yard line, and it does look like checking back into the game is Davion Jones.
Yeah, I mean, the defense has been holding. You got plenty of time. There's no reason to panic and try to run a play in your own 34 on a 4th and long here.
There's a snap. Jones off the side of his foot. And that is, in fact, going to be back to the line of scrimmage. So call it a net of, I hate to say it, there's 0. Maybe a net of 1. So not the punt the Bob Whites are looking for.
Now, Jones has had some effective punts early in the game, and that one is they got shanked a little bit.
So golden opportunity here for the Lakers to really trying to lock down this game. Going to start in excellent field position. Their last and only touchdown here this evening, Joe, was also on a short field off a short punt. And we'll see if the Lakers are able to convert once again.
We'll see. I'd expect to see the Lakers try to keep the ball on the ground here and eat some clock, Tate.
10:26. Long count, motion in the backfield, handoff here to the near side, and once again that's Sheltra. Better job defensively. Sheltra back to the line of scrimmage.
Cleaned up by number 85, Donovan Rathburn.
Looks to be no gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 10 to go.
Sets up a 2nd and 10. Motion in the backfield by Sheltra. Rolling out on that far side is Cyphers. Pump fake. Cyphers calls his own number, lowers his shoulder, and dives ahead. Going to be close to the first down. Cyphers has made the Bob Whites pay this evening with his legs, not so much with his arm tonight.
Looks like he got chased down by 88. Cody McNulty there, but you're right after. Well, looks like they're going to mark him about a 70-yard gain.
Sets up a 3rd and 3. Cyphers stayed in bounds. Lakers will take that. Clock will continue to run with 9:07 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Jones comes off defensively with a bit of a limp for BFA.
Wagner checks in for him.
Motion in the backfield by Sheltra, calling his own number. The Cyphers again, and he going to be close to the first down marker for the Lakers.
Looks like number 70, Tate Archambault, defensive lineman, in on the stop.
Got a timeout. See if they'll have a measurement. Indeed, they will. See if that will also provide us an opportunity for potential out-of-town score update. We'll talk, I guess, lead things off with the interstate, literally, game between Woodstock and Peru tonight, and it's the Woodstock loss with a 35-33 lead in the 4th quarter. Rutland leading Brattleboro in the 3rd quarter, 14-0. It's the Fairhaven Slaters 20, the North Country Union Falcons 6. Again, the Falcons, the defending Division II state champs, and Fairhaven, typically one of the stronger Division II teams. Springfield leading Windsor 14-12. Bellows Falls with a 19-13 lead over U32, and it's CVU all over Essex in the 3rd quarter, 33-0.
Colchester did pick up the first down there, Tate.
There's a snap, and on the quarterback sneak straight ahead, they'll pick up 4. I think we had one more out-of-town score to report, and again, no surprise, Middlebury leading Mount Anthony 21-7 in the 3rd quarter. So there's a look at our out-of-town scores across the Green Mountains and New York.
Kind of a bizarre play call on a first down. Just a, it's like a 4th and inches type keeper.
Makes you wonder if they made the play call, regardless of they have got the first down with the sticks. So anyways, back on the field, handoff straight ahead to Thomason, and Thomason nothing there this time. Stood up at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
The 64, Ryder Williams.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
So call it 3rd and 8 for the Lakers. Been a defensive battle here tonight. Bob Whites have been bending but not breaking defensively. Also got a key interception in the end zone, or right outside the end zone, I should say, right before halftime to preserve or not be down any further than 7-0 heading into the half.
A couple of big sacks tonight by Bob Whites as well.
Good pressure as well.
Important 3rd and 8 here.
Cyphers looking, man in motion, fires it out on the screen over to number 8, that's Hannigan, and he'll have the first down. And the officials are going to kind of let that go. Again, we saw, the motion man starting to cheat towards the line of scrimmage, frankly, before the snap. Again, as we talked about, that's fine and dandy in the CFL, but not in American football.
This is true. Well, apparently, maybe the Bob Whites want to change it up a little bit when they get the ball back, because it appears to be okay this evening.
Oh, hey, maybe Colchester's thinking they're about 15 miles from the border. They'll let it go, and so far they're right. All right, we got an official timeout on the field here.
Officials timeout on the field.
So big first down there by the Lakers. Now looking at a 1st and goal at the BFA 9. We've got a legal procedure motion penalty by Colchester. So that's a break for BFA. Again, not a penalty-free game this evening.
Now, is that on that 3rd and long tape?
No, it was 1st and goal. They called it. So 1st and goal now from call it 14. 1st and goal from the 14. Let's see what the Lakers dial up here. They'll take Cyphers and put him up under center. Two receivers set here to the near side. Cyphers, a little bit of a handoff. Thomason, and Thomason stutter steps. And I'll tell you what, Thomason almost fumbled the football there. I think there was a miscommunication between the quarterback and Thomason there.
Yeah, that handoff was slow tape.
Not clean either. But no gain on the play, and I think Colchester and the Lakers just happy to maintain possession. Sets up a second and goal from the 14. 6 minutes remaining here. We've seen one missed field goal tonight from Colchester. It was just short on about a 30-plus yarder. It's about where they'd be right now if they are forced to try to make it a two-score game via the field goal. Cyphers barks out the cadence. Now we've got a timeout taken on the far sideline by the Colchester coaching staff. Let's take that moment to thank our community sponsors that make our live sports coverage possible. Splish Splash Clean and Clear, Northwestern Rehab Services, Notch Vermont, My Healthy Vermont, JC Image, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to help sponsor our live coverage, please reach out to Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV. Check out their website for more details. That's northwestaccess.tv. All right, again, Colchester using their timeout. Looking at a second and goal from about the 14. See what head coach Perry rolls out for this Laker offense. Going to take Jackson Odell, split him out wide here to the near side. Cypher shotgun. Now we got motion in the backfield. And you got two men in motion. And now, I mean, you got the BFA coaching staff saying, listen, guys, we've been watching CFL football all night here, but you got to throw the flag.
Yeah,
they do.
That's going to be a Colchester getting marched back another 5 yards, Tate.
So the Lakers, after knocking on the door here, looking at a first and goal from the 9, back-to-back penalties, push them back to the 19.
I thought it was square dance night there for a minute.
Well, it's Friday night.
Play clock better be running. We didn't call a timeout. Wow, that's messed up. They gave him a free timeout, basically.
Back on the ball. Colchester lines up. 3 receivers set tight on that far side. Now they got motion, so you got 4 receivers, and that's where they'll run the football with the quarterback keeper. Cyphers turns the corner, and Cyphers is going to dive ahead as he in. Touchdown, Colchester. As they took 4 receivers, Joe, really, 3 receivers put them in motion and just overloaded that far side.
They did. You had BFA number 64, Olivia Williams in the backfield, just took a nasty block in the back. They really opened that play up from 55 Fullerton. Too bad the officials didn't see it.
So a critical touchdown by Colchester to make it a 2-score game with 5:12 remaining. Parker Edelman back on the field to attempt the PAT for the Lakers. There's a snap. It's down. Edelman's kick is up, and it is good. With 5:12 remaining, our score, Colchester 14, BFA 0. You're watching BFA Broadway football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone, to the Collins Pearly Sports Center in St. Albans. Joe, you're talking off air. That was kind of a critical missed call by the officials.
Yeah, that was there was a big block in the back that opened that touchdown up, and BFA is just going to have to deal with the aftermath of it.
Turning upfield on the snap is number 34. That's Manning. And Brandon Manning's had a heck of a night, mostly defensively, but able to pick up probably 15 yards on that kick return on the far side. They didn't want to kick away to Davion Jones.
Yeah, and BFA gets, I think, the second best opening field position of the night, Tate.
Well, 5:03 remaining. You got 2 possessions remaining. So Bob White's going to make something happen here on this drive.
You get a couple possessions, and frankly, you don't have time to play 4 yards of run game.
Shotgun formation for Larrabee. Play action, looking downfield, has some time. Ball is tipped, and it is incomplete. It hit the ground. The referee saw it. Number 5 for Colchester, Jackson Odell, made a nice diving attempt, but clearly hit the grass.
And you can't blame him for trying. That was a batted ball.
Clock will stop with the incompletion. 4:56 remaining here. Again, Bob White's need a touchdown on this drive. If not, Lakers will just run the clock out on their next possession. Larrabee back, looking, fires it high and incomplete. Pass intended for number 80 for BFA, Mason Mercier. Mercier, a senior tight end for the Bob Whites.
And Mercier was pretty reasonably involved in the passing game last year, Tate. You know, probably picked up 15, 18 receptions for last year's Bob White squad.
Bob White's now looking at a 3rd and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Larrabee, hands off here to the near sideline, straight ahead. I think that's Wagner on the carry.
Yeah, looks like a gain of 5 or so. Going to bring up a 4th and 5 or 4th and 5.
So here we go, 4th and 5. Down to 4:33 remaining here. Bob Whites need the first down. If not, Lakers likely able to just run the rest of the clock off to finish off this game. It's going to be a 4-receiver set, 2 on the top of your screen, 2 on the bottom. Larrabee, back to pass, steps up, fires it, and is deflected high, tipped, and intercepted, incomplete. It doesn't matter. It is incomplete. Bob Whites will turn it over on downs for the 3rd time this evening. And the Lakers just need to pick up a first down, and they'll call it a night.
So as we move towards to new weeks, the Bob Whites are really going to have to, look for some opportunities in their passing game. We're just about through the first 8 quarters of football. We got 3 completions for probably less than 20 yards.
Laker offense back on the field here, 1st and 10, nose of the football right on the 50-yard line. Motion in the backfield by Shelcha, who takes the handoff around the end. He's been critical on that all evening long. Bob White's not able to shut it down there. Haven't been able to shut it down at all tonight. It's good for the first down. The only benefit for BFA was that they did force him out of bounds, so that stops the clock with 4:02 remaining.
But we're down to it, Tate. Got to get a hold here. They've somehow started to run the clock again.
They must have called him down in bounds. They stopped it momentarily to move the chains, which happens in high school and college football. So Lakers happy with that call. 3 receivers set here to the near side. Cyphers taking his time with the cadence. He'll take the snap, call his own number. Stutter step, has lots of room. Makes 4 defenders miss. Now 5, now 6, now 7. And Cypher is forced out of bounds, and the Bob White coaching staff not going to be pleased with the tackling on that last play.
No, he had at least 2 missed ones, and I think 3. What we're doing on the offense, you know. We need some more holes for our backs, or we just need some flow in the passing game, and there frankly has been almost none. But overall, the Bob Whites were in this thing until early in the fourth quarter. It's a big improvement from last week.
Parker Edelman with the PAT again. It's long enough, it's strong enough, and it is good. So 2:27 remaining. The Lakers with a 21-0 lead. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching BFA football on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back, everyone, here to the Collins-Pilly Sports Center in St. Albans. Tate Brooks, Joe Luna on hand as the Lakers have locked this thing down here late in the fourth quarter with a 21-0 lead, looking to kick away.
Hey, Bob White still has an opportunity to do a little something on offense with this possession tape. Looks like Jones is going to pick it up deep.
And Davion Jones fumbles the football. Ball is loose on the ground, and a scramble for it at the 4-yard line.
Looks like the Bob Whites recovered.
Indeed, looks like number 20, Porter Sweeney, able to come up with the ball. Not quite the finish the Bobwhites were looking for as they entered the fourth quarter down only 7-0. Joe, I know you were talking a little bit about the offense, but defensively, I mean, frankly, the Bobwhites have been very strong. I mean, you can't necessarily fault the defense. Yeah, people may look at the paper tonight or tomorrow, see that it's 21-0, but I mean, the defense has been on the field most of the evening, you know, again, the offense, to your point, is going to have to look for some improvement.
That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Yeah, I don't know if we saw, you know, a play over 10, 12 yards tonight, and you know, you just need to be able to stretch it out a little bit, or teams are just going to be able to cheat on you and stack it up.
Colchester with the timeout, and yes, you know, I always call them like splash plays, your big splash plays, and have yet to see one this evening, or, you know, I'm assuming last week as well, you might guess.
That's correct. There was a 4th and long play that went to Jones down the left side that was almost executed tonight. But I mean, that's what I've seen so far this season.
I mean, the best opportunity for BFA, if you're just tuning in, probably offensively, where they did have, again, they were able to move the football on a few different drives here this evening. That's obviously the positive to take away. They did have a 4th down opportunity deep in Colchester territory on a 4th down, where they had a pass into the end zone, in and out of the hands, where you had, Devion Jones kind of turning his body around, almost made a tremendous catch, didn't make it, but again, you know, it was just a tough catch to make, but, you know, other than that, that's really the only opportunity where BFA could have come away with points.
The Bobwhites offense did spend some time in Colchester territory tonight,
Absolutely.
Which is not something they really could talk about last week.
Got a completion and some positive yards here of about 5, maybe 6 yards with 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Again, Bobwhites on the road next week to take on St. Johnsbury. Hilltoppers were shellacked last week against Essex, who's also getting destroyed tonight against CVU, so might be a good opportunity for the Bobwhites to pick up their first win. There's a pass outside, out of the hands of Josh Anderson. He was the intended receiver, I should probably know.
Now, Tate Mercury, number 80, got a pass to play before, so we now have 4 Bobwhites tied for the team lead in receptions.
Bobwhites looking at a 3rd and 4 with 1:42 remaining here. Mercury's going to split out wide here to the near side. Larrabee, snap, hands off here to the near side, and stopped in the backfield, spinning loose for maybe a couple. See if we can grab a number.
The incredible
I think it was Jonas Wagner.
Yes, it was Wagner.
Down to 1:19 to go, and we got a timeout by whom? Is this an official timeout?
I would think it would either be the officials or BFA. I do not know why Colchester would call a timeout here.
I think, I'm sorry, they're measuring for a first down. So
I see. Wagner
was close to the first down. They'll extend the chains. I mean, I'm going to be short by about a couple inches. I don't know. I'm just kind of chuckling because it's a 3-score game with 1:17 to go. I mean, if you're the official looking down the line, I mean, call it short or call it first down. I mean, I don't know why you're measuring, but hey, whatever. I mean, that's fine.
Well, maybe the official is just intrigued by Chain Crews.
Got to keep them.
Everybody has their thing, Tate.
Gotta keep them working. They gotta earn their pay tonight. All right, here we go. Call it 4th and short. Shotgun formation, motion in the backfield for the Bobwhites, and a bad snap. And we have a flag. What do we got going on here? We got an illegal motion against the BFA, false start against the offense with 51 seconds remaining. So that's going to set up a 4th and about 6. I mean, I assume the Bobwhites go for it, try to do something offensively, because if they fail, my guess is Colchester just takes a knee and ends the game.
I would take the opportunity to run the play, Tate.
Hey, you need practice on your offense? Take another down, practice, right?
That's right. And keep in mind, we have a 4-way tie for league or team lead in receptions. It could be broken on this play.
Well, this is true. Keeps the intrigue going. Laramie throws over to the far side. Ball is caught and driving ahead to the first down sticks and going to be close. What do we got here? And Joe, maybe you can help me out with a number on the far side.
It is
80? Mercure? Nope.
It is number 80, Mercure.
All right, my eagle eyes able to track that down. See if that was enough for the first down. It was right around the first down marker, and they signaled first down.
What's that? Mercury made the first down signal, and the officials agreed.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, they're talking it over. There's 7 seconds left.
Mercury with the second catch of the evening.
So clock will stop as they move the sticks for the first down. Clock will restart, and that will likely be the last play of the game.
The officials are not going to measure this one.
All right. Well, we try to keep it real, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in. Joe, any final thoughts on the game this evening?
Hey, that was a lot more constructive takeaways than last week. So, I mean, I think you can see that Coach Shaver and the staff and the team worked hard over the week, and they're in a much better place than they were when they were leaving Middlebury.
We talked a little bit at the beginning of the game as well. BFA and folks need to remember they have a very, very young team. A lot of sophomores on this BFA squad, and again, sophomores versus seniors and juniors in high school sports, especially in a physical sport like football. You can't be shocked nor surprised by the score that you saw last week. And to your point, Joe, I think you got to take the positives out of tonight. Much more competitive game. Obviously, still work to do, but an opportunity next week against St. Johnsbury. And, again, we won't be there next week, but we'll be with you the following week. Want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. So for Joe Luno, I'm Tate Brooks. Thanks again. You've been watching BFA Bob White Football on Northwest Access TV. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great night.